Hello, we are live. Streaming time once again. It's a new year. Happy New Year, everybody. My name's Connor, and we're back. Going to be doing some ear training. Funnest thing to do ever. I didn't mean for that to sound sarcastic. It is actually the funnest thing ever. Because listening to music is always good. And with ear training and transcribing, which is what we're going to be doing today, and for those of you who don't know what that means, I'm going to be listening to Radiohead. I'm sure everyone who plays music knows Radiohead. Even those who don't play probably know it too. And I think they're really known for their interesting harmony and melodies, kind of experimental sound. So I wouldn't say I'm not a Radiohead fan, but I don't often listen to them. Obviously, they're, famous, well-known tracks I've heard, but I have not really ever listened, not in this way anyway, like putting headphones on and like what's going on there type experience. So I do know there's one song I'll be doing, Paranoid Android, that I have heard before, but everything else I actually haven't heard. So this will be interesting to say the least. And so there's a couple things I want to mention, which are firstly, I have a school group. So school is like an online kind of education platform that I've tailored specifically for ear training. It's a great place to get in touch with me directly. If you want to talk to me and ask me questions about ear training, that's the place to do it. And we actually do have a question this week from Sarah. Hi, Sarah. And I wanted to answer this question on stream for her. I thought that would be something fun to do. So if you guys want your questions answered live, you can do that too. So I'll show you how to do that. So on the school group here, it's called Ear IQ, link in the description. You know how it goes on YouTube with that kind of stuff. And over here in the questions section, so you got to click the little more button question. So Sarah asked, how do I find the scale when transcribing a melody? And she says that I feel lost and confused when trying to properly identify the scale when learning songs. That's a really good question. And I think anyone who spent any time transcribing melodies has probably run into this. Like, how do you do it quickly? And I was reflecting on this morning, actually, how I wanted to answer this. And like, how do I actually do it? The whole thing is solved if you can identify what key you're in. You can identify the tonic, the home note, the home chord. And that is something that you can learn to develop and feel. I'll be demonstrating this, obviously, a lot today when I'll be breaking down the songs live together. And that's the process. Because if you don't know where home is, then you don't know where anything is. And everything feels like something relative to the feeling of what home feels like. And that is something that you can really develop familiarity with, and helps with chords, progressions, chord extensions, where the chord extensions just meaning like 9s, 11s, 13s, and 7s, and other stuff like that. So I would say that's probably the most important thing, is identifying the key center. Because if it's like, if you can hear we're in a major key, if like we're in the, I don't know, I guess I can do an example. So I guess if we're in the key of C, so a way to establish a key is to play the 1, the 5, and the 4 chords, essentially. So I can play like, so we're in C. Now if I play, now the C scale is made of obviously these notes. I don't know if it's obvious. I don't know the skill level of everyone on stream. So if you have questions, please let me know. So a scale is made up of usually 7 notes. And these 7 notes make up that scale. And the chords from that key are all coming from that scale. So if I play, I don't know, let's do a 6 chord. 4, 5, 1. Notice how this chord feels like something. It's like we start somewhere, we're going somewhere else. It's like, we've arrived. Like that arriving feeling is the feeling of home that you can really learn to tune into. And if you can notice that right away, that's the home chord, wham. Is it a major home or a minor home? Without getting too much into it. I go into this kind of stuff in detail in my course. It's below. Music theory, fretboard visualization, answers all of those kinds of questions. So thank you, Sarah. And like I mentioned, anyone who has questions, that's the place to get in touch with me directly. I love answering questions. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get into some listening. I'm going to put on the first song. Let's see what it is called. It's going to be... So it's an album called OK Computer. I've never listened to it before. Should be interesting. Let's get into the first song. So it's called Airbag. I think what I'll do is I may not play the entire thing because it'll take up a lot of time. I'll probably, because it'd be fun to listen to more songs rather than me, talk endlessly about one of them. So I'll probably do maybe half of it, or I'll feel like a natural point to pause and restart it again. And then I'll talk you through my active listening process. And actually, I can actually mention this now. So when you're listening to this, again, I don't know what everyone's skill level is at, but I'm not just listening to the music for fun. I'm seeing, when do things change? What kind of feelings do the changes have? Can I identify the tonic? Are there melodies? Are there harmonies? These kinds of things. Okay, so I'm going to play the track now, and let's listen together. This is Airbag by Radiohead. Okay, let's pause it there. I'm going to have to do a way to do like a not so disruptive, spontaneous pause. If you guys are really into the music, it's like, pause, hey, my voice now. So I'll figure that out. Cryptographics, LFG, my bro, thanks for tuning in as always. I appreciate the support. And if anyone else is out there and wants to say what's up, please do so. It's fun for me when I stream and people say hi, so it makes me feel like I'm not just in my garage talking to my camera by myself. Okay, lots of good stuff in there, and there's a bunch of things I'm noticing right away. Minor chords, major chords. I think there's a 4 minor chord in there, some Lydian sounding stuff, so I'm thinking 2 major. It's like the chord progression almost extends to like 5 bars. It almost sounds like it's going, it hits like a 4 minor and then 4 becomes major or something, and then hangs on that chord for a while and then establishes like the next part or something is. So I'm already kind of like gathering little tidbits of information as I move through this. So now what we'll do is, the intro is kind of random, right? And, you know, I could sit down there, maybe I'll try, but I'm mostly interested in the harmony, meaning the chords, like the actual vertical movement of stuff. So, gonna start again. Let's take a listen and see what we can gather, and then we'll start breaking it down piece by piece. So, that feeling right there is the home. Na, 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 na. And then the chords are doing that somewhere. So that's what's standing up to my ear first. And feels like home. It's probably an A. Yeah, exactly. How did I know it was an A? I don't have perfect pitch at all, but I think that's, I don't know. I just had some sort of sense of an A thing. So, and what? So I'm singing the note that I hear, na, 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 and then I'm playing the root note that I hear. Comparing the two sounds like a fifth to me, up an octave. So it's going to be like an E. Let's see if I'm right. Na, na. But it's like a chord though. So I got E, D, C sharp, D. So E, E, D. That's going to be hard to get that C sharp. How does he even play that? Is it a chord? Na, 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 na. Something like that anyway. And then that line actually is repeating throughout the song as chords are changing around it. So that's another thing I noticed, and you can start listening for too, is are there musical elements that repeat continuously and then other parts change around it? It's like a way to separate in your mind like the two different things that are going on in a simple way. This is static, these are changing, and then you can hear two things at once type thing. And now I'm thinking also, like when that A is played, is it major or minor? I know it's a strange question to ask, like how can a note feel major or minor? However, I'm going to play it one more time. Just that up to that one part there where the A comes in. And also, I want to keep this entertaining and educational, so I'm going to kind of try to balance both of those. Now, what I want to show here is when that A hits, notice the feeling. That is the feeling of a tonic chord. I hear 9 in there. See if you can notice that note. So there's going to be a in there somewhere. It's probably like one of these guys. I'm going to guess. Like an A add 9 chord. Maybe there's a 6 in there or something. No 6s. It's a little bit grimier and chunkier, but anyway, it's hitting the A. There's a 9. It's like a major thing. That's the whole point of this. Okay. What up, Rapid Product Growth? What is up, my dude? Thanks for tuning in, man. And saying hi. Okay, let's continue. Sounds like the bass note is staying. This is this. Yeah, I think this is like a Lydian thing. I'll explain what I mean in a sec. So then we stay on A. Da dum ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum. Feels like that. And man, okay, so keep in mind the reason I'm able to do this so fast is I've done this a lot, okay? And there's certain sounds that I really like in music that I'm always kind of on the lookout for, and this is one of them. It's the sound of Lydian. So Lydian, if you're not aware what that means, is a mode. And a mode, you know, this term gets so, I don't know, mixed up. Mode just means a sequence of notes from a generating tone. It's a much easier way to think about it. And when people usually refer to modes, they're talking about the modes of the C major scale. And all that means is taking the notes of the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. And instead of starting on a C, you start on like a D, and then go D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. It's just the exact same notes, just starting on one of the other degrees. And when you do that, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, the pattern is a little bit different, and we call that pattern Dorian. It's the Dorian pattern. When you start on the third note, C, D, E, and then you play the exact same notes again, starting on E, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, this is called Phrygian. The Lydian one is when you start on the fourth note of a major scale. In this case, it'll be F, so it's going to give it this sound. It's Lydian, and Lydian is characterized by being essentially a major scale, but the 4 is sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sharp it. So that's what Lydian is. That's what that word means. It means a major scale with a sharp 4, essentially, or the degrees root 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7. And in the same way that a major scale creates chords, this is called diatonic harmony. Like if we're in the key of C, all of the chords that are in that key are diatonic to C major, like C major, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished. I'm not going to get too much into that right now. Again, honestly, if you guys want to know this kind of stuff, I literally made an entire course around it. It's in the description. It's like $10. Answers all those kind of questions. And in that same way, if you take another scale and you create chords with it, the pattern is just going to be a little bit different. And one of the patterns in Lydian is a 1 chord to a 2 major chord. So in this case, relating it back to the sound that we're hearing now, it's like A major, okay? And the 2 of A would be the note B, right? Because A to B. So now I'm just playing B major over an A. This is a way to get the sound of Lydian. It's to play a 1 chord to keep the bass note the same, and then to play the 2 major chord over top of it. That sound. Now, with that in our ears, let's listen to the chord change in the song one more time and see if you can notice that. So here it comes. That note comes in. Okay, I'm going to continue now because I could spend all day talking about a single chord. Watch out. Right. Now I'm noticing. So let's find that note. I don't know. It's kind of doing that, right? So just vibing on A and B. I'm going to replay it again here just to get my bearings. from the top. A. Right. And it sounds like kind of, I think that the bass note is staying on A the entire time. It's like 1, 2. What's that next chord there? It's almost like A again. And then A sus4. I hear that D note in there the second time around. It's like a little sus chord. I don't know if it's 7 sus or if it's just. Something. That? What was going on there? So right here. So yeah, it's like he's like going up to B. So B comes in right here. F sharp, and that sounds minor to me. That's E major. Back to A. Woo. Dun, dun, dun. I think that's it. Ah, that sound. Why did I hear a minor chord there? Well, sorry, hang on. Hold your horses. Man, I'm hearing something. One sec. Oh my god. It's gonna bug me. Ah, what is that? Is that D? Is that D? Kind of sounds like that. Let's get this. So here comes the 1. Aha, that's what they're doing. That's a weird change. That's like, it's like going to the 2 major, and then it's going to the 4 minor chord of the key, which sounds strange in isolation. And then it's like 1 sus4, 1, 2 over the 1, 4 minor, 1 sus4, 1. And then they actually do that later in the song, I'm remembering. We've all heard that in like every Disney movie ever when the girlfriend breaks up with the person, so. Nice. That's that sound. This is the sound, guys. The sound of 4 minor. It's another one of my favorite sounds. Everybody's favorite sound. It's like that melancholic, something extremely sad just happened, and why it's called 4 minor. If you guys are wondering what that even means, when talking about chords are always in a key, okay, without overcomplicating this. So if we're in some key, let's say we're in the key of C, there's a 1 chord, there's a 2, there's a 3, there's a 4, there's a 5, there's a 6, there's 7 chords in a key. So if this is the 1, sorry, my thumb and fingers are going to be kind of weird. So let's say this is the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be the 4 chord. If we're thinking relative to C, well, this would be C, D, E, F is the 4 chord. Now, diatonically, there's an important term there, just meaning the chords in the key. Diatonically, normally or usually, the 4 chord is major. So, example, so you can't see my guitar. C goes to F. Everyone knows that sound. It's a sound of 1 to 4. But 4 can also be turned minor, and it has a very specific sound, which I'll demonstrate now. So I'm going to play C, F, F minor, back to C. So let's do, I don't know, we'll play it like this. Let's go to F now. F minor. That's that sound, and I could hear it in the song here. Another example of a 4 minor chord is if we're in the key of E, just to drill the point home. So if we're in the key of E, E is 1, F sharp is, where's my thumb? F sharp is 2, D sharp is 3, A is 4. So A is the 4 of E. So diatonically, man, I cut the tip of my thumb off yesterday, so. So if E is 1, A is 4, so 4 minor would be A minor, back to 1. That's that sound. Little education lesson aside. I'm just going to play the song for a sec. I'm going to put a Band-Aid on my thumb. I'll be right back.
I'm back to say
I don't know if you guys heard it, but that exact lick came in there. See, there it is. There it is. That happens over top of 4 minor, everybody. If there's one takeaway harmonically from today, 4 minor. How to think about it. It's talking about the 4 chord of some key being minor. Specifically in a major key is actually when that happens. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. We've got 1. Lydian. It's the sound of 2 major over the 1. Then we're going to 4 minor of the key. This thing happens. And then he's going back to 1, but he's playing at sus4. And then the bar gets extended. And it repeats again. The chorus comes in. E comes in, down to F sharp minor, down to E. We're back to A again. Okay. I think that's enough for that song. There's so many more songs we can go through. And if anyone's out there watching, please say what's up. What we're doing here, in case you want to know, we're listening to Radiohead, and I'm figuring out the songs by ear. I have not heard that song before. I love me some Lydian. I'm going to say that a billion times. I just love the sound of Lydian. Here, I'll show you one of my favorite chords. Anything Lydian's good, so this is a good voicing of an A chord. I don't know if you guys got your guitars with you, but it's like A string open, D7, G6, B4. It's actually the Jetsons. It's kind of like spacey. Meet the Jetsons. I don't know if you who's ever watching, if anyone knows the Jetsons, please let me know, because that's like my childhood, and I'm old now. So, but anyway, that's a cool sound. If you want to put the major 7 on it, you can bar major 7 sharp 11 chords. It's also the sound of Zelda. I don't know. I can go. That's that 1, 3, sharp 4 sound. Like this chord, that melody is this chord. It's like the Zelda chord, the Zelda melody in a chord. So, okay. Let's do another song. Let's see what's up next. I've just got an album here. It's OK Computer. We just did Airbag. Let's take a listen to Paranoid Android. Man, it's been a while since I heard this song. It'll be cool to listen to it with fresh ears at this time in my life. I'm doing so much transcription work. So if you guys want to know, like I actually used to do this for a job. I worked as a professional transcriber. I made MIDI packs for Unison, Unison Audio. So I literally was given, it's actually kind of interesting that I did this. I would be given a playlist, let's say house, I'm to do house music. So they would send me a playlist of like 50 songs, and that would be separated into major and minor keys, and I was to do 25 in each. So I would go to the verse or the chorus, find kind of like the most interesting chord progression in it, and then by ear I would figure out the mathematical formula of the progression, and then notate that digitally in MIDI format in all 12 keys. And then I would do like 50 of those for the house pack. And it would be house music. I'm not taking the exact rhythmic pattern. I'm just, I don't know, reverse engineering the chord mathematical formula from the progressions. And then anyone who wants to make house music and maybe doesn't know too much about chord theory, because that's literally why they're going to get something like that. They drag it into their session, apply whatever instruments they want on it, and it's going to be house because I took it from house, right? And then I did that in 30 genres, believe it or not. You know, shit, you name it. Trap, dubstep, classical, R&B, pop. And I did it all on a guitar, actually. So I've transcribed like 30 genres all on guitar and could talk endlessly about that. But that's how I learned how to do this. It's not some magical skill that I was born with. I've just spent a lot of time doing this and thinking about it. And there's no greater way to practice music and to get to know your instrument. If you're a guitar player, anyway, and if you're a piano player, I play keys too. I'm just doing guitar today. But man, if you want to get to know your guitar, that's the way to do it. You know, you got to listen, figure out how to play it, where it's represented, where the notes are. There's so much to get out of that. So that's why I'm doing this, to show you guys how useful it is. Okay. Watch out. I can blab. Paranoid Android. Yeah, I'm just gonna pause it there. I feel like I just went on like a journey of like 3 or 4 different like deep emotions or something. Like it's the thing about Radiohead, right? It's like there's something in, I guess, the singer anyway, and the music that they're trying to write. It's like this deep emotional feeling that he's always like crying out to somehow, like the way that he sings. So he's like crying out to something. I don't know where that's from. I'd be curious on his life and because that's how music goes, right? It's like it's some sort of expression of us. So I'm curious on that. And then it flipped to like, I felt like I was in a spy movie all of a sudden. And then it felt like Latin-y. And then it was like 90s grunge rocky. It's weird to, yeah, I wasn't sure how I felt about that, honestly. But okay. Okay, so apart from that, I was listening to, there's some inversions in there. I heard a minor 6 chord. Like the bass is kind of walking down and it seems like it's the same kind of changes in like relative to 2 different centers. It's like it was like note, descend, descend, and then the whole like verse revolved around this, and then it's like this other part was the same move but some other note, maybe on the 4 or the 5 or something of the key. So I was listening to it, but I'm also taking in this information simultaneously. Okay. By the way, just want to say, if there's anyone new out there, please say what's up. It's nice to, as I mentioned before, it's nice to not do this in a vacuum. It's like, wow, there's people watching me do this? Because I'm just looking at my face in a screen right now, and I love interactions, questions. If you want to know how I'm thinking about this, what key centers are, anything you want to ask me, I'm more than happy to help. I'm going to take it from the top again, and then we'll start breaking it down together. I was just checking to see that it started in dun, dun. So let's find that note. Basically, the thing with transcribing, it's like you can only take in as much information as you have the capacity to take in, and you want to check to see like what stands out to you first. Is there anything that's obvious? And normally finding the bass note is extremely helpful and useful. Dun. That's the first one we got. So I'm going to try to find that. I have no idea. I don't have perfect pitch, so I can't just be like, it's this note. Basically, I'm just gonna like guess with like an educated guess. So, I don't know, C sharp. Close. Was hearing 7/8 timing during the spy-like part. Good catch. I actually didn't notice the rhythm there. I was so caught off guard by like, I was so into the, I don't know, like the sad crying from the singer. I was like, how are we in a spy movie all of a sudden? It like, I wasn't able to hear anything technical rhythmically wise, so I'm sure you're right. I'll check on you later if you're wrong. So we got C. C's gonna be walking down, everybody. Notice how C walks down, bass. So I'm gonna find those notes. So it's like something like that. And I'm able to do that so quickly. It's because I can hear the upper part. It just does the same thing every time, so I know, okay, we'll keep that the same. I found them, and then just move the bass notes underneath it, which we've got. So I'm kind of taking those two independently and then sticking them together in my mind. From the top. Dun, dun. Then it's going into like G minor, so it's like we're in C minor. And then these two notes are staying. B flat's in the bass now. Then it's like F. And then it's like A. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just not sure what the upper notes are doing at that part, so let's check that out. Something, something, something. Bear with me. Right, so it's like Sorry, 1 sec. That A thing's bugging me. How's he playing that? It must be the pick. Later, crypto. Something like that anyway. I'm not so concerned with the exact way to play it. C minor. Over B flat. Over F. Into this G minor thing. And then it's going into, I think, E minor 7 flat 5. I don't know what voicing they're getting. It's kind of like there, I think we got that. I don't know if you guys know about minor 7 flat 5 chords. You can play them here. I'm going like X 7 8 7 8. It's like the sound of. No, maybe there's one thing I'll point out to you. Notice that when he plays that last chord, it feels like something like a minor 7 flat 5 chord. Okay, so I think we've got the first part. I think we've established the key as well. We're in C minor, which is cool that we've got a 3 minor 7 flat 5 chord. See, Radiohead's always doing some weird stuff, playing non-diatonic things, so this is an example of that. Let's move on. Okay, so G minor. It's like we're on the 4 now. The 4 is descending. So I first grab the bass notes, and then we're gonna grab the upper notes now and see if those change. So here it comes. So that sounds like a minor 6 chord to me, and it's a really cool way to play minor 6 chords if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. It's like 3x 0 3 3 0, because the E is the 6 of G, so it's a cool way to get that 6 on top in the open string. So it's like. Then it sounds like the upper notes are staying the same and the bass is descending. Yeah. So I'm really lit. By the way, it really helps to have good headphones or good speakers to do this kind of stuff in. So I can hear the upper notes are for the second chord change. I lied. Ah, what's happening? Right. That is a cool change, man. What a great sound. So it's like we're on, since the, it sounded like we were in C the whole time. And then, actually kind of feels like we're in G all of a sudden. I think that we were starting, this is the thing about, I want to get too technical here. We could have been on the 4 chord to start. It kind of feels like that note. C doesn't really feel like home to me. G's really feeling like home. So this is like 1, going to this guy, one of my favorite chords on the guitar. 1X, 0, 2, 3. This is D minor first inversion. So it's like G, G minor 6. Since the E's in there as well, this is actually D minor add 9 first inversion. What a great sound. And then the F drops to an E, the A drops to a G sharp. Now it's like E dominant. It's so spiky. Good sound. Oh my god. Okay, let's continue.
When I am king, you will be fast against the wall. With your opinion, which is of no consequence at
The clave. Da 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 da. Do 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 ba dum bum bum ba da da bum. Easy enough. is that sound? Something's happening there. It's definitely going to like, now it's back to C and then it's like flat 6. Yeah, it's like we're in man, Radiohead's so weird, right? It's like we had C minor, but now it's C major, playing the flat 6, which is I don't need to get nerdy harmonically on why or why not you can do that, but that's the sound. Right, that's what I'm hearing. It's like A flat 6. I don't know how he's getting that voicing though. How do you do that? A flat. It's kind of like that sound. Anyway, it's like a flat 6 major 6 chord.
Ambition makes you look pretty ugly.
All right. Okay, hang on a sec. We need a different tone. Yes. So it's going to be like... This might be loud. Yeah, that's like it's like it's a great sound. I don't know. I think I might wrap it up there. Unless anyone out there has any questions for me or wants me to continue. I think that's a pretty good stream, an hour. So yeah, I'll wait around for a minute. If you guys got any questions for me before I jump off, anything about keys, ear training, fretboard visualization, basically anything to do with like guitar and music and this kind of stuff at all, please let me know. Man, that was a lot of fun. I love when it gets like heavy. I don't know if you guys like playing heavy stuff. I love playing really pretty soft things, but man, when it gets heavy, my face just goes like, ah. So that was fun. So I'll be doing this every Saturday at 10:30. If you want to get in touch with me directly, I've got a school group. It's like an online kind of ear training thing that I created for someone just like you who wants to do ear training. And there's a questions section in there. That's a great place for you to ask me questions directly. And then I'll respond to those questions live on stream, just like I did for Sarah. She had a really good question that I, addressed at the beginning of this. So there's a lot of good resources in there as well for you guys to check out. Yeah, if you guys want to participate and have a place to hang out and talk about ear training and stuff, that's what this place is for. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys in the next one. This was a lot of fun. By the way, recommendations for bands or songs. I'm kind of just picking these at random, what I think people will like. So, Radiohead was the one today. But if you guys got some favorite songs, you really wanted to figure out what the chords are, I'd love to do that live on stream for you. So